happy to go pick that book out. So as you can see, reading is fun, it's cool, and we set the best examples for young people. And we've got to do that, and that's what we're committed to do in Sacramento. We had something called the Education Resource Fair a little bit earlier today, which was incredible. I hope you guys got a chance to go out and see it. We ended up having over 45 vendors out in the community. We had 500 people RSVP and come out. It just shows you there's such an outcry and kind of this commitment to make sure that all children can get a fair opportunity to be successful in life. We had things out there for kids like a library story time where young people could build a book. We had arts and crafts from the Crocker Museum, so I'd like to thank them. And then we also had activities from parents as well. We had the parent seminar on early literacy, and we had Elk Grove that did fluency assessments. So even on the spot, you can assess how well your son or daughter was doing. And then for this event here, we had over 400 people sign up. So you guys are making it real in Sacramento. I'd love for people around the country. I'd love for people around the country to watch what we're doing in Sacramento, because we want to be ground zero when it comes to doing really cool things for our children in Sacramento. So thank you very much for your support. We're talking about this initiative called third grade reading, and why reading matters. And let me just give you a couple quick points, and then we'll get on with the program. The first thing I want to say is reading matters in third grade for a lot of reasons, but it's a pivotal juncture for young kids when it comes to students learning. If kids are reading on grade level in third grade, you know they're going to graduate high school. If they're reading on grade level, the chances of them going to college and beyond are great. If kids are reading at grade level, you know they'll be prepared for career, military, or whatever they decide to do. The flip is also true. If kids are not reading at grade level by the time they hit third grade, the majority of those kids, 75%, never catch up. Think about that for a second. 75% of our kids do not catch up if they're not reading at grade level by the time they leave third grade. That's not acceptable in Sacramento at all. And that's what we're talking about when we're talking about this initiative called Sacramento Reads. So what we want to do today is our commitment was to give you a little bit of data to put this in context. And I am just so thankful for all of our superintendents for being a part of this initiative. So if you look at California here, only of students in California are reading. If you look at 5% of our kids in and the city of Sacramento, 37%. That means that there's 63% of our kids not reading at grade level in our community. In this capital of California, we should never allow that to happen. And I think that's what this commitment is about today. Next slide, please. What I wanted to show you, and I think this is very important, people don't like talking about these things a lot. But if you look at Davis, 67% of third graders are doing well in Davis. Folsom, much better, and Sacramento, 37%. And have a building that has good public schools. And I am saddened to say that most people are not going to move into the city of Sacramento. It's just not going to happen. What we're having in our community, we're having people work and then drive out of Sacramento back into one of these other communities. I am thankful that those other communities are doing much better. But I want to make sure that we're doing equally as well as they are. Next slide. Now, this is some hard data. And this is why I want to say I'm very thankful to our superintendents. Because what they've said in the Sacramento Reads initiative, that we want to put the data out and we want people to know where we're starting. And this is where Elk Grove School, can you guys see the 34%? Like 8 schools from Elk Grove that are in, they're at 34%. Natomas, 43%. Rolla, 31%. Sac City, 40%. Twin Rivers, 33%. Don't roll the slide yet. I want this to sink in for a minute. This is sobering data. These are the brutal facts. And if we're not honest with where we are, there's no way we're going to make the adjustments to get to where we need to be. And that's why, again, I'm so thankful for this. Here's where we are, and as 5 school districts start going in the right direction. In Sacramento, you have 3,100 kids that are in third grade. 3,100. 75% of those kids you look at Sac City, all these numbers as an average 37%. You guys remember that? So 37%. There's 3,100 kids or so in the city of Sacramento. That means 63% are not reading at grade level. 1,000 kids not reading at grade level in Sacramento. And 75% don't catch up. That means 1,500 kids every year in third grade are not going to catch up. Okay, flip it 2 slides. What we want to show you here, for those who say it can't happen, it can happen. These are our top performing schools in our community, performing schools. So there are 5 schools that are over 7, Didion, 72, Wesley, Hearst is 78, Crocker is 80%, and PS7 is 90%. Those kids over there can't do as well as they can. And that's what we want to get rid of those low percentages. Percentages start coming over this way. Children are on this side of the equation, all going to really good neighborhood schools. And that's what this initiative is about, Sacramento Reads. So again, this is hard data. You see our top performing schools. You see our schools that aren't doing as well. Next slide. We don't need that slide. So I just want to remind you folks that it is possible to do what we want to do. You guys have heard this before, that they're building prisons based on third grade reading scores. You guys have heard that, and you know that. If you go to Folsom Prison, the illiteracy rate of Folsom, there's a direct correlation between people in prison and third grade reading scores. You guys know that. Do not our children deserve our very best? Do they not deserve an opportunity to experience the American dream? This is what we're doing here. Our commitment in Sacramento is to create an environment that every kid who goes to a Sacramento City school will have access to good schools, good teachers, high expectations, a rigorous environment, and knowing that when a parent does their job, and a student and a teacher does theirs, and the principal does theirs, and we as a community do ours, that these kids are going to soar. They're going to go to college, be successful, and then hopefully come back and take care of us when we get older. That's doable in our community. It really is doable. So again, what I don't want to do today is spend a whole lot of time here, but I want to remind you is this is our commitment in Sacramento for our children. This is our commitment, and it's real. So what I'd like to do now, as we close out, is I want to ask you folks to make the commitment. You're going to hear from a number of speakers, but I would love to ask you folks in this room to make the commitment to help us make this reality real. We are kicking off a campaign that's a 10-year campaign. That if we're at 37%, we want to go up at least 5% a year over the next 9 years and get to a point where 80% of our kids in third grade are reading at grade level. That's big, that's bold. If we do that, there's something called the All-America City. In 2012, the criteria to be an All-America City is third grade reading. What kind of plan are you doing in third grade? We're going to make every commitment as a school district, as a cluster, as a city, to make sure that Sacramento gets that All-American City Award in 2012. But it's going to take everyone in here. So if you are a business owner, I'm asking you to adopt a school. If you are a business owner, let some of your employees have an hour once a week to go tutor kids and go visit the school. If you are a parent, please be the first teacher in the household. Be the first teacher at home. Create an environment where kids can read and lead by example as parents. If you're not a parent and you're a teacher, set high expectations. They will feed off your desire and love and passion for reading. If you do that, the kids will follow. They're so impressionable. They want to do the right thing. They want to be great readers. If you're a retiree, I'm asking you to come out of retirement and come up to the community and tutor or mentor at a school. It's going to take all of us collectively to make that reality happen. So I'm proud to say I'm the mayor of the city of Sacramento. This is not just about the city. This is about our community collectively coming together. So thank you very much. So thank you very much. Before I bring up the next speaker, I want to thank a legend who's sitting here somewhere in the front row. Oh, there he is. Man, wait. I'm trying not to get emotional. It's a big deal. You guys know who Ben Vereen is. That's right. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause. Stand on up. Ben Marine in the house. Come on now, I ain't taught Ben Marine. I thought Abby was cool. Ben Marine here. Y'all know Ben Marine was like on Broadway? Y'all know that, right? Star Trek. He did all this stuff. Do y'all see Roots? And they could sing.